Never said I was innocent. I won't burn it out for the things I've done to you. Never said I was anything good. I should die from the shame for what I put you through. Let me be the one to bring us back from the dead. I will take the blame for everything. You know I just wanna help you forget. Yeah, yeah. We are still living on broken glass. We are still numb because it just keeps happening. All your friends that can kiss my ass, they only see the simple things that they wanna see. Let me be the one to make the pain go away. Shed my skin, show a brand new face. You know I just wanna know that you're okay. Yeah. You don't have to like it, but the swing is in my hands now. Sometimes I think the power is better than a hard drug. Sometimes I think the power is better than anything.
Hey, the lights are down, the previews are over. It's time to go to Mark Goes to the Movies. We're not going to the movies today, though. We're going to Lenscrafters, getting some eye doctor, doing some adulting. I would apologize for episode 160. It was not into the Odyssey. I had to get it out there, though. Otherwise, I'd say every movie that I've seen gets an episode. And if I didn't do the Odyssey, it wouldn't be true. So, out of the way. 161 though. Lenscrafters. I know what my audience wants. They want a good story. Or the Odyssey might not be a great story for today's generation. This is I don't know. This is why I went to Lenscrafters. So if you're not familiar with the area, it's gonna be a little weird. If you're the guy in Singapore, apologize. So Fairview Heights is growing up. Fairview Heights was like the big city for me. We lived in Cahokia and Centerville and shit like that. So Fairview was like the big area next to St. Louis. Not as big as St. Louis, but below St. Louis. Best Buy, all those places were out, and the mall was all Fairview Heights. I hadn't been in Fairview Heights quite some, like maybe 2 or 3 years. 3 years is my last eye doctor's appointment, so that's probably it, to be honest. I don't know what happened. Uh, Fairview Heights kind of fucking sucks now. It's kind of a bummer. I went to you don't go to Fairview Heights on a Saturday. That's like you're asking for your whole day to be shit if you do that. You're gonna be stuck in traffic because the layout is terrible. But you don't do it. You avoid Fairview on Saturday. So I was like, well, I could probably squeeze it in Friday because I really wanted to get these contacts done. It was a 3 check month, so I had a little extra money to get this finished. Didn't know how much it was gonna be either. I started freaking out because I was on Whatnot and I accidentally bought some fucking scam artist's air conditioner. You know, you're in there, you're just like, I don't know, flipping shit. You're bidding. Whatnot's like a live auction like eBay, but eBay and Twitch. So you can watch people in your bidding live, and I accidentally, because everyone's bidding so fast and it stops, I won. It's supposed to be an air conditioner. It was not an air conditioner. It was a scam. It was a fan on a wall. It was really fucked up. And I was like, oh no, that's $42 right there. I don't have. And I was like, how much is my eye doctor going to cost? And I started going through my records, and like none, like I had a claims access on some of them, and it was like $200. I was like, that's a lot of money. So let's go ahead and get this done as soon as possible. Let's peel the band-aid off. I can't put it off because I wouldn't have the ability to go again for a little while, to maybe January, December or January. Just was gonna get screwed. In this, I didn't know what it cost. So I set my appointment for Friday instead of Saturday. You're able to do that, I guess. And the address I had, I'm a nighttime sleeper, a nighttime worker, so sleep late. I set my alarm for 1. I probably got like 5 hours sleep because I'm just like I'm amped for it. I'm amped to get this over with. And didn't so I also my medicine's all messed up. So stomach is super uneasy. It's not the explosive diarrhea, but yeah, it's uneasy. They give you the short term of it. And so the address for Lenscrafter is Fairview is supposed to be 20 minutes away. It might be 20 minutes away, 20 to 30 minutes away. But the thing is, Lenscrafter is supposed to be in the middle of the fucking road, I guess. The address that was on the website, and I don't know why. I don't know why Apple Maps sent me to it, but it is in the middle of a highway, and that was the where the address was for the Lenscrafters website on there. So I said, well, fuck this. I know where Lenscrafters is. I've gone there many times. It's my usual eye doctor. So I went to the mall and I'm crunching on time. Stomach getting uneasy. I don't think it's because I hadn't drinking anything. It was super dehydrated. You get dehydrated, yeah, you get your stomach gets sick. I go to the mall. I go up the stairs. I go to where I think Lenscrafters has always been for me. Not there anymore. They moved. I also don't have good internet connection to find where it is, where it's moved to. So I'm walking around the parking lot. Uh, God bless these people that were watching me. I guess they probably thought I was an idiot. Trying to get a signal to get where Loon's Lenscrafter is. Loon's Lenscrafters across the street from the mall. But again, traffic sucks in Fairview. And so I get there and I'm like, oh, I gotta use the bathroom. So I'm like, all right, hopefully this place has one. Go in there, ask the lady, hey, where's your bathroom? She was nice enough. Sure. And then see the eye doctor. I made the conscious decision to tell the truth about the diabetes diet. Because if you have diabetes, they say the first thing to go is your vision. That's what you want to watch out for. You want to get ahead of it. All diabetics, I guess, go blind eventually. I don't know. I don't know how that works. So I was like, oh, do I tell them? Do I? Because I don't want to do any more expensive shit to my eyes. And didn't tell them on the forms when I signed in, but I go do the eye check where they like check. Which did you ever think that maybe you just guess and you guessed right, and they're just like, oh yeah, he knows this stuff. You got the ones on the bottom because you're only looking at 5 letters, and you can do a process elimination. What if you guessed right and your eye vision's worse than what it is, but you just guessed right? Then they're like, oh yeah, you're good. Also, I don't need my vision. Like, I don't need to read a line from far away. I don't need to read from far away at all. I just need to see the TV. I have a 75-inch TV, so I'm good in most cases. But they did the check, and then I let slip that I was on metformin and Ozempic and Rosuvadan. And they're like, oh, well, you need to get your eyes dilated then. Or you can do this little machine. It's $39, but you get dilated. It's going to last longer and all that shit. So I'm like, all right, well, I didn't eat Taco Bell. My stomach's all messed up. Let me go to the bathroom again. Thankfully, it was 3 different people. I went 3 different times, 3 different people. They didn't think I was weird. Thank God. That's my that's my vulnerability story there. Dehydrated and sick. Anyways, the eye doctor point. So I go see the eye doctor next. They call you in there, and then they give you the diabetic talk of you're diabetic, and you tell someone you're diabetic, you're gonna get the talk about your diabetes. You're an eye doctor, ma'am. No offense. I'm sure you went to some kind of school. You had to have gone to eye doctor school, but you're an eye doctor. You're not a diabetic doctor. Two different doctors, right? But they gave you a whole spiel. I'm like, oh yeah, I know. Here's the other thing. So when you're at the eye doctor, I've wore the same contacts for 3 years now. They say 2 weeks. You can expand that quite a bit, a lot actually. And I managed to move 6 months of contacts, so 12 lenses in each eye, because I had two different prescriptions. One eye had astigmatism in it, the other eye was regular. Astigmatism is your eye is not perfectly round, so they have like a gap in there, so it's a little weird on the in your eye. But I made them last 3 years. That's why I had to get it done because my glasses were 5 years old and they're worse. So if anything happens to my contacts, I'm not in good shape. Like I can see, but like I'm gonna need to get it done. Need to get some security on that and have a nice window of opportunity to get it finished. So yeah, they give you the diabetic thing, and then like, do you lie? I wore my glasses in because I didn't want them to know I had contacts. I had one pair of contacts left. I didn't want anyone to know that I only had one pair and I was using this one pair for years. So then they're like, "Well, you get used to wearing contacts." I'm like, "Ma'am, I didn't tell her this, but I was like, I've been wearing contacts for this whole time. I don't want to tell you the secret, but yeah." But they give you this whole talk, and they're like, "Yeah, you might get used to contacts. You know how to do all that stuff." Anyways, the good news is, so I don't have any astigmatism no more. They say I can wear one prescription for both eyes. Thank God. It was so hard getting those mixed up about where you put it in. Anyways, but the shitty part of the story. Where we at? You're at 10 minutes, 10.5 minutes. You made it this far. They dilate your eyes. I don't know how they do it, but you know how your eyes get real big when you get dilated. When you're on drugs or something like that, your pupils are huge. So the lights come in so they can see inside the back of your eye. Well, uh, they dilate your eyes and it burns. They're like, hey, this is gonna burn a little bit. It's not a little bit, it's a lot. It burns quite a bit. I know solder though. And they're like, she was like, oh, you're really tough to have it not bother you. And I was like, trying so hard not to sit there and rip my eyes out because it's burning. It burns your eyes like liquid fire into your eyes. And they're like, all right, well, we gotta wait a little bit to let it get in and everything, so your pupils can get fully dilated. Go look at some frames, and then you pick up a pair of glasses. They say every contact exam comes with a pair of glasses. That's a lie for one. Lenscrafters, you should be embarrassed. I don't care about a Lenscrafter sponsorship. Fuck Lenscrafters for this. I go out there, and you probably don't know, some Ted Lasso, the Boston Ted Lasso. That's who's like selling glasses. Apparently, two different companies. There's the eye doctor, and there's Lenscrafters. Lenscrafters sells the glasses. Eye doctors does the eye doctoring. If you never had your eyes dilated, you can't see anything up close. Like it's really bad. You can't see nothing. Everything is blurry, and they put these prices for these glasses on these tiny labels to show you the price, and they give you a box to sit there and say, "Well, these are maybe ones." These evil fucking people, like, I know, I kind of know what I want. I want something different. I had thick black glasses before. I was going. All my choices were clear glasses, like translucent frames, clear frames. I thought it'd be interesting. It's different. I never saw it before. Thought it was cool. I want to be hip, right? Everybody wants to be hip to be square. No, but I can't see the prices. And this woman's asking me questions. Is like, what do you like? I'm like, well, all these are clear. That's what I want. And then I'm just like, well, she's like, which frame you want to go with? And I'm like, just looking at it, and I'm like, ma'am, I can't see the price of any of these. So everyone I'm picking up, and there's a lot of clear frames because apparently that's what's inside right now. I'm just like, how much is this one? How much is this one? And I was like, look, lady, I think I have a $150 allowance to get my frames, where they'll pay $150 of your frames. It's like, give me something that's close to that. Below that, I'm not paying nothing else. Like that, $150, and we settle on a pair of nice clear frames. And then they go in there and they have you put them on, and they take your measurements to get it all stretched out for put the lenses in. And then it's when you pay for the contacts, not the contact glasses. Glasses. That was the messed up part. Is like it was all different. So I got the prescription, and then they got the lenses to put in there, and they're like, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, they show you this tablet where they're telling the prices and stuff. I'm like, ma'am, I just want it as cheap as possible. I'm not gonna wear these glasses that often, hardly ever, even. I'm not. What are we doing? And I can't read anything. That's the thing. That's the fucked up thing. I told her I was like, ma'am, I can't see nothing. I can't read the screen in front of me. So you're sitting there telling me what this is, and if you want to make any changes, like, bitch, I can't see. You need to make it as cheap as possible. I don't want to pay nothing on these glasses. Eventually, I remember paying $20, but we did change our health plan, so I guess it did change. But I ended up paying $60, so I'm already three times what I was expecting to spend going into this. And yeah, I was like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" And she's like, "Come back July 27th is when we probably have them. That's when they say they'll be in there." She says it'll be sooner. I'm not going in there sooner. I'll go next time I get paid to go to Fairview get my glasses. I don't give a fuck. Um, but no, that was like really messed up, and it messed up my whole day where I couldn't. People were texting me and stuff. Work was slow, so we ended up getting the night off because no one came into work. But like my boss Danny was like telling us, read message. I'm like, I was trying to tell the guys I can't see anything. I apologize. I have some patience with this. And no, then I go back to the eye doctor so they can look inside your eye. And those guys were super nice. They understood. I went to go pay after they check your eye for the diabetes. I need bifocals maybe in a couple of years. They say age 40 is when that starts happening. I guess it's like a line on your eye, or I don't know. I don't know how that works. But yeah, diabetes stuff is fine with the eyes. I was only been diabetic for under a year now. And yeah, they're super nice. The eye doctors on Lenscrafters are super nice. They I was like, yeah, I think insurance will pay for my contacts. They will not, I guess. So I paid full price for my contacts, but I no longer have astigmatism no more. So I didn't have to buy two boxes. So I said, just give me the cheapest amount you can. And Lenscrafters definitely overcharges. I'll have to go to another website to get those contacts for all this. But yeah, that was funny. The lady was like, I was like, yeah, I think it pays for both of them. It did not. And the lady was like, here, take this. And then she loaded me up on saline solution samples. She's every little bit helps, I guess. And yeah, that was my Lenscrafters trip. I tried looking for more Halloween stuff this weekend. I found a lot of Halloween stuff. I'll do another episode on that. But just drive around Fairview. There's no more Fairview Goodwill. There's no more Burlington and Fairview. There's a place called Gabe's where old time pottery is. Gabe's is cool. I like that place. I'm not gonna go to Fairview just for that though. But yeah, everything's just closed and it's sad and it's like, what happened to Fairview Heights, dude? Did COVID kill it? Did COVID kill Fairview Heights? I don't know. But yeah, so if anybody tried to get a hold of me on Friday and I couldn't see you guys, couldn't read any messages. But just like the Odyssey, that was my Odyssey. I made it home. Made it to work anyways, and they told me I can go home. I made it. But hey, this episode 161. I hope you enjoyed my story. 200 is the big one. And we're gonna watch Beetlejuice. I'm gonna live stream it. So either it's not gonna be next weekend, maybe a month from now. In the summer? I don't know. In the summer we're gonna watch Beetlejuice. Just because I like Halloween movies and that's a perfect Halloween movie. We'll discuss that more when it's time to watch it. But hey, keep pumping those numbers up. We're close to 4,000.